So it was great, convenient.
Hardly any empty spots inside the Uncle Sam garage at the Troy Farmers Market in late June.
But I really do like the free parking.
I think it's a very convenient place to park on Saturday.
When thousands from near and far flock to downtown, but what about some concerns brought to our attention?
It is convenient, it is falling apart.
Hundreds of spots just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the sights, sounds, and smells of the farmers market.
It's decaying. That I've noticed. So from that respect, I think it needs to be better maintained.
Here are photos and video 13 Investigates found of conditions inside the Uncle Sam garage throughout June, July, and the first weekend of August. Crumbling concrete, dangling wires, this massive hole covered by a piece of wood.
It could be cleaned up. It could, it could use an upkeep. It could, get rid of some of the cracks in the walls.
Our investigation started with this anonymous picture. That red cone right there was set down to block a spot on an upper level at Uncle Sam this summer.
It is falling apart. I'm sure Troy does have money that they can fix it up and put a little bit more, clean it up a bit.
But Troy sold the garage to David Bryce in November of 2010, according to the assessor's office. Bryce declined repeatedly to speak on camera with 13 Investigates, but says they have several structural reports that show it is in good standing. Bryce also confirms a pothole recently broke the slab, and they installed a 3/4-inch steel plate temporarily until new concrete and rebar could be added. Bryce shared this inspection report summary with us that reads, quote, "In general, the condition of this garage is what I would expect for a garage of this age that is located in the Northeast. Level 4 of the garage is in very good condition, while level 2 and level 3 of the garage are in fair condition. As expected, most of the level 2 and level 3 damage is concentrated at or near the floor drains and expansion joints where water and chlorides from de-icing salts accumulate."
We got bricks coming down from the exterior, cracks that are from settling.
13 Investigates has learned State Office of General Services had a meeting with Bryce Properties June 18th. In a follow-up email to state agencies with employees who park at Uncle Sam, the Bryce Properties VP states OGS requested state employees who park at Uncle Sam avoid the affected area when possible. VP Denton Bryce asking, quote, "All state employees try to find parking on either level 1 or level 2 of the garage until permanent repairs are completed." OGS telling 13 Investigates their office is, quote, "aware of deficiencies in the parking garage owned operated by Bryce Properties in Troy, where a number of state employees park." On June 18th, during the meeting with Bryce Properties described below, OGS requested those repairs be made to the parking garage. In that same email, the company's VP also announces short and long-term repairs. Bryce Properties LLC has not returned our calls and emails for an update, but here are current conditions. In late June, Bryce told 13 Investigates, quote, "We have big plans to redevelop the site, and until that time, we want to make sure it is safe." In June, the owner of the Uncle Sam parking garage detailed his plans for the future of the popular garage and atrium. David Bryce emailing the state in regard to 4 tenants that, quote, "are all taking space, understanding the garage and a portion of the atrium are being demolished." The emails we obtained reveal Bryce's plans for the site and plans to repair a number of issues. Issues brought to our attention months ago from an atrium employee who parks in the garage worried for the public's safety. Just last month, the state asked the owner's son, a company VP, to have staff, quote, "pick up the broken concrete and ensure when steel plates are put in place, they're sufficiently anchored down." For nearly 3 months after receiving this photo through a whistleblower, 13 Investigates kept a close eye on conditions starting in late June. At the same time, the state made it clear to the owner, quote, "all employees should stay away from the east bay of the parking garage since there is still a potential for falling debris." And just last month asking, quote, "can you provide a schedule for repairs? As you can see, this poses a health and safety concern." All along, the company acknowledging some of these issues and repairs that were made and to come. Owner David Bryce notifying the state in June that an independent contractor, quote, hopes to start repairs to the deck. And once that area is in order, he is going to repair the next two most pressing issues with the deck, with the idea that we will top the entire 4th Street bay of the 3rd level with the new 1-inch concrete topping. The so-called pothole issue, this message indicates, was brought up at a regional safety and health meeting, and quote, how the landlord response to the resolving problem has been exceptionally slow. Check it out.
I'm glad nobody was hurt.
A secondary concrete beam fell from the ceiling on the 1st floor of the Uncle Sam parking garage in Troy, landing in this empty space right between a red SUV and white van.
That could have been my kids walking through there.
Happening on a busy Saturday morning in a packed parking garage for the winter farmers market at the Troy Atrium.
I come every Saturday. This garage is closed because a beam fell right where I usually park. So I'm glad I came a little later today.
Police, firefighters, the mayor, garage owner, and city engineering rushing to the scene, trying to figure out what caused the beam to fall.
The 2 engineers who have looked at it, they're going to do up some drawings today, and they're going to put a temporary support in there as soon as we can get that concrete member down. So within the next day or two.
You think this garage is safe for people to park here?
I do, yeah, yep.
Eventually, officials letting car owners retrieve their vehicles while blocking off the impacted area.
But it doesn't impact the structural integrity of the garage itself. It was a bracket that rusted out, gave way. The garage is still usable.
Somebody could have died here, no?
Well, if they were in the wrong spot at the wrong time, sure, that's a heavy beam that came down.
Do you want this garage closed?
No, I don't think it warrants closing at this particular time. What is warranted at this time is a discussion about the future of the garage. And we did start having those conversations recently with the owner.
13 Investigative started looking into similar concerns back in June, documenting conditions inside after a viewer shared a picture of this red cone covering a hole in the concrete on the floor. Owner David Bryce of Bryce Properties declined to comment on scene, so we went back to the mayor. I think October 31st, 2019, David Bryce was supposed to submit a new report based on the age of this structure.
Yep.
Has that happened? Because that was supposed to say whether or not it was structurally sound.
Yes, we do have a report that's been submitted to our engineering firm for review to make sure that it's complete and meets the requirements that are set out.
For now, are you parking here again?
Maybe.
In Troy, Jill Konopka, News Channel 13.